seek not the will. I came not to do my own will, but the will of him that has sent me. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in heaven as it is in earth. And so the will of heaven will be done in earth. And there will be men and women that will tap into it, and they will hear it, and they will know. And they'll have a knowing from the Holy One. They'll have an unction from the Holy One. And they'll hear his voice, and they'll do it, and it'll work. And it'll work. And they'll have ears to hear, eyes to see. And they'll listen and execute. And the Spirit will instruct them. And they'll move out of places of stagnation. And they'll move out of places of lethargy. And they'll move out of places that are filled with stagnation. And they will be ignited and refired and inspired. And they will soar as eagles. And they will be refreshed, get fresh breath, fresh strength, fresh growth. And I'll open doors. There's those here tonight that I will open doors to you that no man can open. I will close doors that no man can close. So never say it's impossible. Say it is he is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ever ask or think, according to the power that works within us. For this shall come to pass. For it shall come to pass that I will move heaven and earth on behalf of those who seek my face. I will move heaven and earth together. And I will move to those who are humble, those who are teachable, those who love me first and foremost, those who will seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And if any man wishes to come my way, or come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow. And there will come fresh energy, and there will come fresh strength, and there will be a great rejoicing over the will and purpose of God. For I do know the plans I have for you tonight, saith God. Not for calamity, not for evil, but for a future and a hope and an expected end. And those things that I tell you not to touch, do not touch. And those things I tell you to have, go after. But do not superimpose your will, but listen to the will of the Father, and I'll lighten you, and I'll lead you, and I'll align you. So about the top of my shoulder. Just lift your hands together. Lift your hands together. I'm just following. The anointing is moving and strong. Some of you in here, the enemy has tried to break you. He's tried to break you, like snap and break. But you are to resist him. Hold your ground. You are not to retreat. You are not to let loose the wheel. You are to stay the course and be steadfast, immovable, always abounding. That's forward in the work of the Lord. Remembering your labor even now is not in vain. It will produce. And there will be rich rewards if you will be faithful. For a faithful man shall abound with much blessing. For more of it is required in these last days of stewardship to be found faithful. And a faithful man and woman shall abound in much blessing. Much blessing. And my eyes, Psalms 106, shall be upon the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me, that they might be my associates, that I may put my stamp of approval upon their lives. And I will mark them. There will be a distinction in the last days upon the faithful. For there will be a remnant of those that will be faithful to the call of God, to the will of God, to the plans of God. And as a result, the Spirit of grace will rest on them. And they will work under the anointing. And they will work the the works of him that is sent while it is still day. For the night will come when no man can work. And there will come an end of the age. This dispensation of grace will come to a close. So we must work the works of him that has sent us while it is still day. And John 14:12, the works I do, you shall do also, but greater, because I have gone to the Father. Rest and know and be still. He is your God. He is alive, and he forever lives, seated at the right hand of the Father. He has equipped you and empowered by the grace of God. And even as Paul said to Ramonde, Aradashke, he sought the Lord 3 times. And the Lord said to him, my spirit of grace is sufficient for you. For in your weaknesses, there you will be made strong. And the anointing will come. And God will confound the wise with the foolish things of this world. And in the end, heaven's plans will trump anything that the God of this world attempts to establish for eternity. For Jesus was the Lamb slain from the foundations of the earth. He is high and lifted up. So you will set your eyes upon the hills ahead above, where your help comes from. For your help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He said, God is your refuge. He is your strength. He's a very present help in time of trouble. I hear Psalms 27:1. The Lord is the light of your salvation. Whom shall you fear? The Lord is the strength of your life. Of whom shall you be afraid? Lift your hands and thank. Glory to God. Change is coming. I hear change. I hear the word change coming. Change. Changing. Changing. Change. 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 There must come change in the hearts of men. Men must align their hearts to me. They must change. They must bring change. Change. They must say, not my will, but yours. Change. Oh, and let go of things, and let go of this, and let go of that. 1 foot in the world, 1 foot with God. Let it go, let it go.